good.
Live on YouTube. Let's bring up the view stream on YouTube. Okay, here we go. Bringing up the stream so we can pull up the chat as people come in. 0 waiting. Okay. There we are.
Nice.
Nobody in there yet. Let's hope that notifications went out.
Oh boy.
Does this mean I gotta look for you? Might.
Started streaming 1 minute ago.
How you been, Brian?
Pretty good, Doug. How are you, man?
Oh, I've been painting the house, 5 bedrooms, man. I tell you, it's a huge house.
Oh yeah.
I can relate. I just painted the living room the other day. We just moved into this house. I painted the granddaughter's room. It's all like this pastel purple looking Pepto-Bismol pink purple looking thing.
Oh, don't you love that?
Oh yeah.
And then I did the living room. It's like it's almost like a gray with a touch of tan to it.
Nice.
A little different, but it looks good up there. Doesn't look bad. So
Looks perfect.
but the more I change in the house, it seems the more I'm spiking more activity.
Yeah, that's what usually happens. Because like with the house that I'm working on, it's from early 1800s. And I mean, it's got logs for like braces underneath in the basement, huge basement and everything else. And I was doing a video in there with my phone and kept hearing banging and stuff. And a friend of mine, Christy, she's helped me paint, and noises. Remember we heard that one voice?
Yeah, but when you were outside pressure
Okay,
washing.
well, let me welcome everybody to E.V.P.S Every Voice Paranormal Stories with your host, Brian's Paranormal Ghost Mafia. Our special guest this evening is Doug Polson. And let's see who we got out there in the chat. We got Amanda Costas, Country Girl Paranormal Rockstar Fam. Brand D is in the house. E.V.P.S Boss 1245. What's up? Donna Rock is in the house. We got 7 people in here. The chat really isn't going. Guys, share this out because I don't know if notifications been working properly for the last couple days. Haven't been getting a lot of people in for some reason, and a lot of people are telling me they're not getting a notification. So definitely share this out. Let's get some more people in here. Page M07 says hi.
Sassy Redhead.
Sassy Redhead is in the house.
Hello.
What's going on, Sassy?
Nice.
So yeah, we
I hope you guys can see me okay.
we've been kind of corresponding with Doug for some time now about some of the stuff, the activity and things that's been going on in this house. And I know he's good friends with Brian and JoJo and that. And they was telling me they wanted to get you on the show tonight and let you tell about some of the stuff that's been going on. So
it'll be fun.
Yeah. It's
awesome.
been really interesting.
What's going on?
Yeah, the place here, I mean, it used to be a carriage house, basically, way back. I mean, it's been, worked on and everything throughout the years.
No, you talking carriage
farm
house
for a long period of time.
You talking like a carriage house on like a plantation or like a
Stagecoach stop
on a stagecoach stop. So like a haberdashery kind of thing where they would you could swap out your horses for fresh horses, water your horses if they needed it to go on, or pick up, go in and buy some general stuff to take with you along the way while they was freshening up the horses and things like that.
Like a small trading post or whatever, that they had.
If you've ever seen what's the Quentin Tarantino movie that just came out not too long ago, it was called Hateful Eight, and it revolved around Minnie's haberdashery.
Yeah,
that haberdashery, that's exactly the thing I'm kind of envisioning in your case. There is that haberdashery kind of hand-hewed logs for the floor joists and things like that. Yeah, I can visualize it in my mind.
It's really cool. I mean, just to see that old work, and it's unbelievable to see a lot of that, and you look back and you go, man, they built these things to last. Because and the bad thing is you see some of the new houses, they'll fall apart before these will. And I think that being at, what it was at one time and what was going on, throughout the years, there could have been anything that could have happened here when, they were trading out horses. They could have been anything, that would have happened.
Right.
And there's also a very small cemetery that's next door. It's run down. They don't take care of it, which is a shame. I've gone into that cemetery a couple of times. There's Civil War vets that are in there and everything else, and they still don't take care of the cemetery at all. So it's just, you know, a lot of stuff like that close by, or, you know, different things. But when we moved in, it always sounded like somebody was coming down the steps. Voices in the kitchen a lot, you know, and just little things, you know, that you could hear that are definitely not normal and anything like that. But it's like, when you hear it, for me, it doesn't really bother me. It's like, okay, you know, so we're sharing the house, big deal. You know, to me, it's like, excuse me, you know, there's so much paranormal stuff that, you know, is going on. But at the same time, it's not really bothering anybody. It hasn't really gone after anybody. So it's kind of like just watching to see what you're doing or whatever. But the talking that goes on in the kitchen, it's like, I'm not really sure on what, you know, it looked like back then. I've tried to go to the library to actually get some history on the place when it was, you know, a carriage house. And it's hard to actually find any, you know, pictures or anything like that of what it looked like back then. So, you know, it's a history that I'd like to look up more, you know, to investigate.
Right. I mean, usually now, if you can find out a name, you could probably find out through old newspaper clippings, because if it was a place of business, that they might have had advertisements in the local newspaper in that time. And there may be actually, like, you know, microfilm or, you know, pictures or something of the newspaper. And since it was a place of business, it would have had to have had a name. So if there was any way to find out what the name would have been, I would suggest
that's what I've been trying to look up.
I'd go back down to the library and question the librarian about the local historian for your area and see if you can connect with them.
Because I think they'll have more information than a library does. I mean, she's got some books that are down in Deansboro, because it is I think just below us is like Deansboro, because we're in a Oriskany Falls location, but we're up on the mountain. So, you know, it's rough to get any information, but I mean, that's another lead that I definitely need to check out. And, you know, because if I can get all that paperwork, just get it copied and set down and go through everything to find out, you know, if there had been anything that happened here, you know, if there was a killing or, you know, because I mean,
you know, it's a place of business. It's kind of like
up here.
It's kind of like the primitive gas station is what it would have been. And, you know, gas stations get robbed every day.
Oh, yeah.
You know? So, yeah. I can definitely see, you know,
it's something that, you know, you always got to keep an eye on and just, you know, think of what it was or what could have happened. And it does run through your head because, you know, when you do hear things like that, and it doesn't scare me. I mean, I've had where, I'm not sure if you've ever seen that one video or Brian, I actually had a camera. My video camera was actually on this computer desk I have here. Wires were all in the back and everything, and it kept moving the speaker that the camera was on.
It got pretty wild.
I told Ghost about that.
That'll make you wake up. Yeah, that was that lit my eyes up a little bit on that one.
Yeah. It was every time that he would talk, like he had the bear clock and everything.
It would move towards
and it would move more toward the Elvis picture while he was talking to the chat and everything. And kept pointing out, I was like, Doug, something's going on with your camera. And he's like, hold on.
Yeah, I know it.
Yeah. It was insane.
Yeah. But it was weird. Every once in a while, somebody said they saw something in the corner, which was like, you know, it was over here in this area. And I'm like, you know, I didn't see it from my eyes when I was looking on the, you know, the screen itself. but I was like, what? Because I think it was homie Paul or Heath. They were noticing something in the background at the time that I was doing that. So I was just like, I just kept looking at the camera, figuring out why it was moving, which was freaky.
Oh yeah,
It's been just like little things, not, you know, and it's just been little things. Like, you know, you do see a lot of orbs in this place though, not dust, because there's like this big place. It's like we've done it a couple of times where at night, you know, just to see what you could see go by, and holy crap, I've seen a couple of good sized ones. So
now, have you found any kind of artifacts like inside the walls or anything like that in the house?
Not really. I mean, if I own the place, yeah, it'd be
okay.
Redid, because the floor itself, the where the main molding is bottom, there's about like that much of a gap between the floor and the molding. That's how much it's dropped. And it's like, yeah, the place definitely needs to be jacked up. But once you start doing that, then you're going to start opening up probably nightmares of this house, because you know you're messing with more stuff that could react to that, you know, paranormal, or because once you start jacking up a house, then you're cracking stuff, then you got to do a lot of more repairs, being it's an older foundation and so on and so forth. So you're going to start getting into a nightmare and could affect anything that's in here.
Oh yeah, true. And then you're going to be breaking open everything in the house, so there could be different artifacts and stuff that they've buried around the house. So then it could only
because being it was a being it was, you know, a carriage house, you know, something could have been coming towards them. They could have hid something in the walls, you know, and it's part of history that will never be known unless you do that. But then again, you're going to be opening up.
And this is one of those cases where, like, you know, as a renter, you can't just go tearing into the walls. But do you have a metal detector?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
If you have a metal detector,
that's one thing I'd love to get. I got to get a metal detector. But
go around the property and, you know, kind of excavate a little bit.
Yeah. I when I did have my metal detector, I did find a few items, but they were like, I think, what was it? I found an old like tank truck or something that was all crushed up, that was in the ground, and then like just like farms, you know, farm equipment stuff, little pieces of metal here and there off of something. But that was only so far out away from the house. But you know, before it was a farm, you never know what could have been out where the cornfield is itself. You know, it's like something you'd love to do, like after they like chop the corn, go through, walk around, because you never know what you could find out there.
Ghoster Brian asked Doug to explain the picture took of his daughter.
Yeah, that was interesting. I had there was two pictures that I had taken, and they were basically not even that far apart when I took the pictures. And what I did was I was actually cutting her hair, and I wanted to show her a picture of how it, you know, turned out in the back. So I took one picture from one angle, and then all I did was another one.
Oh, I think we just lost him.
He'll be back.
Is he lost internet or something?
Yeah, but it's a weird.
There he is.
Okay, I'm back.
There he is. He's back.
There I am. That's what happens. You live up on a hill and the towers are so far away. Sometimes you got to do smoke signals. But, I didn't really realize it. I just didn't think nothing of it, you know, and time went by, and I have a 65-inch TV now, but I had the 55. So I brought the pictures up, you know, I'm just looking through some of the pictures and everything. And for some reason, I looked at that picture, and it just, I was like, okay, nobody was in front of my daughter. And I kept looking at the picture, and it was like reversed, but something shorter, but it was the same length arms, same pants, same shirt that was right in front of her. And I noticed that was facing her because you could see not her elbow, but that lip part in front of your arm where your elbow is behind it. And I'm like, okay, what in the hell is this? This is really freaking me out. I was like, so I showed Destiny, my daughter, and I was like, you know, this, I wanted to show you this. I was like, I just noticed this, you know, and you don't look, you know, you don't think of it right off the bat when you first take the picture. And the first picture, it doesn't show nothing, which I think I sent that picture to JoJo as well, where it was like, yeah,
I can't explain it.
It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it does wig me out when I did notice it, because like I said, that kitchen is where I do hear voices every once in a while, and you'll hear things in the kitchen, but just to see that picture, it did kind of freak me out, being it was like it was staring at her. It was like a mirror.
Yeah,
you know, that does kind of, it messed with me. If it was me,
I kind of argued with JoJo. I'll be right back. Brian, take over for a second.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know what's going on out here in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah. So you guys also have a graveyard by your place, correct?
Yeah, we have it's I think the earliest one that I could read was like in the 1700s. And like I said, yeah, there's Civil War vets that are buried in there. And it's a shame. I mean, I don't know if it's Deansboro or Knoxboro that takes care of this area, but you know, they don't take care of it. There's trees growing up in front of headstones, going right through the, you know, that's just ridiculous.
Oh yeah, that's enough to upset a spirit enough to come out and investigate everything and see what's going on. So I'm wondering if that cemetery is causing them to come through the house.
I never thought about that. I mean, there's a lot of burials that are in that cemetery.
Yeah.
When I first went into that cemetery shortly after I moved here, I noticed one plot that was sunk in, which, you know, basically the casket had collapsed.
Yeah.
So, you know, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I imagine that probably does upset the spirits that are there. I mean, if I was buried in a cemetery that turned out like that, I think I'd be pissed myself.
Oh yeah, I'd be coming out and being like, "What is this?" And
I do apologize to everybody that's watching. It doesn't show anybody texting on my end, which I do apologize.
It's all right.
I just have to do like sign language. I mean, I'm not thank you very much.
Yeah, like E.V.P.S boss, I agree. They got to clean it up better and respect the resting people.
Because I mean, it would have been a beautiful cemetery. There's stones that are broke. I've never made it to the way back part of the cemetery due to the fact that there's so much grown up back there.
Yeah.
And you know, the only time you can actually get into there is like, well, now when everything is starting to, you know, dormant stage with plants and everything else, it's the only time you can really try to get through there. But I mean, you'd have to go in there with a chainsaw, you know, cutters.
Oh, they've left it that long.
Yeah. I mean, there's, I think.
Do it that way.
Oh crap! Hold on. Yeah, I've actually got to do one thing. I just got to turn on the computer. Sorry about that. Because I've got, there's one shot that I actually have it shows the. Thank you. I know it's that darn light. It doesn't show very good. But
yeah, I seen that picture, and like that's like me. That's the one thing that out of everything in the whole entire universe, me and JoJo can't agree on. She believes it to be paranormal. I think it was more of a digital camera glitch. I've actually seen more pictures like that before, where it's like, and especially with like the iPhones. The iPhones do that occasionally. You'll get those pictures like that because you have what they call.
I was thinking maybe it was like, you know, glitching due to the fact that maybe the lighting that was coming through from that window that was right there. I wasn't sure.
But the iPhones actually do what they call a live image shot, where it takes, it's almost like taking video, and you can hold your finger on the screen and it'll play like 10 seconds of the camera shot, and you see the head move. Sometimes those will glitch out and you'll get like a double exposure in one frame.
Yeah.
And you'll see like that one picture I was looking at, it looks like she was standing there at one point, and then she moved her arm up, touched her face. You see her elbows bent.
Yeah, because
but she also has like a second arm coming down to her side.
Yeah, and like, it was like
I mean, it does look creepy.
Yeah,
and I've seen photos like that online, and some of them are really creepy.
Yeah,
you see like extra limbs on people and things like that. I mean, I've actually seen photos like that before, and I personally think that one is just a camera glitch.
Yeah,
JoJo, she thinks it's paranormal, and it could be that the camera was manipulated by a spirit, and that's why it glitched. But I don't know. I can't explain it.
Yeah.
Well, like not only that, but like Doug would text us sometimes, with seeing spirits in his house sometimes.
Oh, I ain't saying that he ain't got nothing going on over there, because the history with the house and things, the possibilities, the ground itself. I mean, what area do you live in? Was it a Civil War area? Was it a Revolutionary War area? Was it Native American?
I know that there was. I'm just trying to think of what history. I know. Not too far down the road, there used to be, well, it's still there, but there's a college up by me. It's called Hamilton College.
Yeah.
Many years ago, they went up to the Indian cemetery, burial site and stuff, and knocked all the cemetery stones over and everything else. I'm like, come on. I mean, how? Yeah, you might be in college, but why do stupid shit, Just knocking over, gravestones and everything it's an Indian burial. And that was probably about a mile down the road where I used to live, because I'm only about a mile and a half from where I used to live. But it's, I don't know, just a lot of history around here, because like the landlord where I used to live, his house is where, before it was even into his family, is where they used to have meetings with some of the Indians and the natives that were living around here. And there is history here, but that's something I have to really go to the historical society and actually see if I can get more from them, and see if I can find.
I think he's losing internet.
Just what happened up here, Oh, did I lose internet today?
You were going robotic there for a second. Let's see what's all's going on out here in the chat. Ghost, I have some pics to send you along with the story of it. Can I send them to your email instead of Twitter? If you're gonna send me something, send it through the Ghost Mafia Facebook page, because I can get it from my computer on that easiest. So hit me up on the Ghost Mafia Facebook page and send me a message through it, and I can get the story there. Otherwise, just if you can put it on Twitter, that works too, because if we're going to use it for the show on Sunday, then the story is right there with the picture.
What up, James?
But yeah, if you're going to be there for the show on Sunday, just let me know in the chat. Hey, I sent it to your Facebook page. But we like to get the majority of the pictures at hashtag Scariest Catch on Twitter. You can put your pictures up for Sunday show there.
Oh yeah, it's a lot easier that way.
Yeah, I'm just trying to bring up. The folder that has that shot in it, because the way the cemetery is, it's. I mean, it looks big, but I mean, it's a still good size, but. Just to see it run down, it's a shame.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't want to die and have a cemetery that looked like that. That's for damn sure.
Yeah. Like, that's ridiculous. Like, they could get off their butts and do more with that property.
Yeah, because, if it's part of the town, and you know, there's people in there that have, you know, gone to war, you know,
Yeah.
sacrificed themselves for, you know, even if it was a civil war. And there might be even different ones that are in there, but I can't tell because it's so overgrown.
Well, you might actually have a battlefield on the property or something. You know, there was dozens of small skirmishes, you know, through that area. So you know, to get somebody with a metal detector over there and go over your property and see what you find. You might find horseshoes. You might find musket balls. You might find belt buckles. You know, you never know what you're going to find. You might find old farming tools, or you know, stuff that would go along with the carriage house. So probably a lot of horse tack, things like that in the area, horseshoes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That would be, I know I have found, you know, one or two that are, it's basically like down in the front of the barn. There's a flat area down there, but then it goes like into a ditch. And usually, well, they have brush hogged it pretty good down there during the summertime. But when they plow, where the cornfield section is up there, I found one or two horseshoes from up there in the dirt when they plow it up. But you know,
well, again, like you said, it was a carriage house, so it stands straight, and that was probably plowed by horses back in the day.
Yeah,
you know,
you can tell they're old.
They probably grew corn and tomatoes and stuff and sold it right there at that carriage house. You know what I mean? So
there's a lot of, you know, different.
It's probably been a farming area for a long time. So, you know, they would grow their own fruits and vegetables, sell them there at the carriage house. And, you know,
I can't believe I can't find.
Is it on your USB?
No, I don't think it's on my well, that's what I'm on is my USB, but I've got too many folders and too many files, and it's like you try to go through.
That's a good question right there.
Jojo says, Doug, have you ever tried doing a spirit box to find out who or what is in the house or on the property?
Oh, yeah. Well, a spirit box is actually a really good item to have. It'll sweep through different channels, different speed.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's one thing I want to get so bad for
well,
up here because
you can get the apps.
There's so much that does go on.
Yeah, you can get the apps. You can get the apps on your phone, and as well as you can. There is ones that you can use for the computer as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to do that. Put it on a phone. At least go down around, you know, lower part of the barn as well as coming up here and doing inside the house, in different areas. But I'd probably do when the kids are all like at school. Junior's going to school now, you know, and it'd probably be easier when the kids are not here and just see what goes on, you know, and see what I can. The kitchen, the first thing that I'm going to do with a spirit box, because, you know, hearing all the different voices that are going on, you know, you're not losing your mind when you hear something out there and it's talking and you go, what? Like, yeah, it's like that house that we're painting. You hear voices, but that place is like older, and the way the foundation is with woodwork underneath, it's almost about as old as this, but that was a little bit newer, I would say.
That's the way this house was built in 1910, so right turn of the century. And you know, since we've moved in here and we've been here just a little over a month now, we've had a lot of activity in the house. We've had phantom smells of woman's perfume. We've had OG's, my granddaughter's toys, as you can see. In fact, and I haven't even told my wife this yet. This happened last night, 3:00 in the morning. I'm watching TV in the bedroom, and I decide, well, I'm hungry, so I come downstairs because it's a dual level house on a hillside. So part of the basement is back in the hillside, and the other side is exposed. Well, you come downstairs, and it's my office and the kitchen. So I come downstairs here at 3:00 in the morning to grab a bite to eat real quick. And I come into my office to eat it. And I'm sitting here at this very desk. And this very toy right there starts going off.
Yeah.
And I turned to it and said, oh, hell no, you ain't going to do this shit to me in my house. Sorry, that shit ain't going to work with me. You can take this someplace else. And if you're sticking around here, you might as well help by coming up with some money to help fix the house up if you're going to stick around.
Exactly.
I said that and it shut off and it stopped. And I was like, That's right. This is my house.
Yeah.
I took my pop and went upstairs to bed. Didn't lose a moment's sleep about it either. I was talking to a toy that was going off at 3 o'clock in the morning for no reason at all.
That's when you know you're overtired or something. It's like, that's it. I'm going to bed. I ain't gonna deal with that.
I like, yeah. I said, I've dealt with badder ass spirits than you, and you ain't gonna scare me out of this house. You might as well quit it now.
Exactly. I can't believe.
Like,
I can't find it.
There's a lot of different things that have happened there.
Yeah.
We my granddaughter comes into the room and her toys, like she's got this. It's in here right now. It's like a little,
the spiritual
like a little bongo drum thing. And look, I can shake it. It doesn't go off. You literally have to
hit the buttons.
You have to hit the buttons to make it go off.
Yeah.
This thing was sitting over there in the corner, and they bring OG into the room, and it starts going off.
Just going
Child
nuts.
wasn't around it. Nobody around it. It's over there by itself in the corner.
Yeah, that would definitely make you turn around real quick.
Yeah, and like that's been happening a lot. When the baby is in a room and awake or anything, the toys will turn on and blame themselves to try to like get her to come over and play with the toys.
Yeah, that kind of makes you wonder.
Yeah.
So yeah.
This is bad. I cannot, I'll find this video when I don't need to look for it. I swear.
It's been one of those rides for the last month. Like I said, I've been doing little things here and there. I'm going out to get see like this door right here. There's actually no door on it.
That side door over there?
Yeah, it's like the hallway, the door into the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Where the paneling is right here.
Yeah, I see it.
That's the kitchen. Okay. So there's no door right here. It was just it was like a plastic curtain thing, and it was falling apart. And so I just ripped it off there. In fact, I did it about 10 minutes ago. But going out to get the wood this weekend, and I'm going to build a door like the one I have upstairs. You've seen that one that looks like a castle door, Brian?
Yeah, I always love that thing. It's like, I love that. You're going to mail it to me someday, just when you get bored of it.
So I'm gonna build a door like that for here.
Yeah,
you're gonna have like a different design on it, or
are you?
What the?
Did you see that? Oh,
okay.
It's
a dog.
It's the dog.
Oh, man.
Okay. I seen that for a second. I was like, because I didn't see anybody go out.
Yeah.
I was like, are you fucking shitting me? What?
You better make sure you're not wet. You're like, okay, I'm still
okay. Yeah. All right. Now paranormal, we're good.
Yeah. Now, if that would have been like paranormal, it'd been like, already, come on, man.
I was just like,
you just start talking about it. A lot of times that does happen. As soon as you start bringing up things that.
Oh yeah.
Like, you're talking about me, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's
like, it happens a lot on this show too. Like, it's crazy sometimes.
Hold on, no, you got to give them the true facts, okay? All day we've all been freaking jumping all.
Yeah. There's been some. Look, it's October.
Yeah.
The separation between the world of the living and the world of the dead is the wall is getting thinner and thinner as we close in on Halloween or All Hallows Eve, and it seems like the activity is getting stronger in a lot of areas right now. We've all kind of been on edge all day long. We've been seeing things, hearing things. Like, at one point, I heard what sounded like walking upstairs, and I was on a call with Brian and JoJo. I was like, "There's somebody here," so I grabbed the gun and I go upstairs.
Look around.
Nobody around, and it didn't sound like the dogs walking. It sounded like a person walking across the floor, which is the first
like
time
hard, like they had hard steps, right?
Well, like heavy steps, like if I was walking
really
across
heavy.
the floor, you know? And I mean, we've got 2 dogs upstairs, but it didn't sound like the dogs walking across. It sounded like somebody walked in the front door and headed towards the bathroom,
Yeah.
And I went upstairs with the gun, but nobody around, so I locked the front door, make sure that everything was locked up there, and came downstairs to my office. So.
But the head doesn't move on that. Brian stands up, he looks at the doll, and he goes, Ghost was right. He goes, the head is tilted. And I was like, her head doesn't move.
I told him that earlier just to get him going. But yeah,
Well, look at what happened after you heard the footsteps. Music started playing in our kitchen.
that's true. That's true. He was
It
like,
did?
"Where's that music coming from?"
Yeah.
I said, "It's not on my end.
It
I
was
thought
on the
coming
exact
from your
same
phone."
call.
It was on the same call.
Yeah, so we've had a lot of activity going on and stuff.
So Doug,
It sounds like it's been a. What's that, bud?
if you go on Amazon, you can get a PSB7
No, that I bought that off of eBay.
or eBay, yeah,
Oh, okay.
and that's the spirit box.
That one looks like a pretty good one. It ain't bad.
Oh yeah, it's a good one. It works really good. If you like
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to do that
Yeah.
because something that, I mean, a lot of times I always try to look for, I know I'm gonna have to look for a good EVP for the phone until I do get one.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of them you got to look for that are, not scam kind of crappy ones. You always get those kind of, you hear a little bit of noise and all of a sudden you hear, eat it,
Yeah.
Joe's. Or like
Ghost, you're making me hungry, man. Put those cakes away.
She just walks in from work with it. She's like, "Hey, look what I got."
Man.
Oh my God. I could be a diabetic just by looking at that. I don't care. I'd still eat them all.
Me too, man.
I'm going for a cupcake. I was hoping she'd bring home some pizza, but hey, hostess works.
Oh, sure. Now you're just going to really tease the crap out of this. I'm going to eat it. I don't care about you guys, man.
You know what, Donna Rock? In all cases, I hope it's always family too that's there and not a bad spirit or a malevolent spirit at that case.
Beast Mode says, "Hook me up."
Yeah. Daniel, I'd still eat them all.
Sam's Club had them on sale. They was doing inventory yesterday. Found two pallets of Hostess in the back and put them on clearance today.
Oh, man.
Wow.
Because they're getting close to expiration. There was 2 pallets of these cases.
Oh, so they were basically like a lot percentage off on their normal price being it was starting to get that close. Yeah.
Giving them away.
Yeah, exactly.
Just take them. Get them out. Go.
50% off cases of Hostess cakes.
And the Hostess are always good.
Oh yeah, they're amazing cakes.
Yeah, as you can tell, because he's over there just mounting them down, and everybody else is like, "Oh, that is so wrong."
Oh yeah, a few days ago, I'm going upstairs to get Falcon ready for bed, and I look around Falcon. I hear something in the bathroom, and our toilet plunger was levitating in the air off the ground from the toilet bowl.
So you actually have a ghost that helps clean your toilet. That's nice. Can you bring him over here?
Right.
But when I turned to look around Falcon, it slowly came down like this, dropped back on the floor, and right up against the wall with the handle.
Like it got caught. Like, okay, I'm putting it back.
Yeah.
And then just kind of like setting it against the wall and just kind of like walking away.
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the funny part is it did that, and then today I went upstairs to go to the bathroom, and I have a box of tampons sitting on the counter.
Yeah.
And the box was floating, and I was like, "What the hell?"
Okay, so it's a woman.
Yeah.
Well, we would hope. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
I'm thinking like you guys need to go to Walmart during Black Friday and get they're going to have trail cams that are motion activated.
Yeah.
That'll take video.
Yeah.
You need to mount that in that hallway pointed right towards the bathroom. And then when you're not upstairs, something starts moving and floating in the air, it triggers the camera and the camera starts filming.
Yeah. It was crazy though.
Mentioning about those trail cams, you want to hear something weird, Brian?
Yeah.
Well, remember some of the videos that I've talked about how my neighbor is not all there in the head? She's like, two sandwiches short of a picnic basket. And I was working on my one friend Dakota's truck, and it was getting a little bit late, but it wasn't even close to 10 o'clock yet. His muffler's a little bit loud, and she kept yelling because I put a new radiator and all this into it. 2 days later, over on her bedroom window upstairs. She's got this bracket coming out, and it's got a trail cam with an antenna onto the damn thing. I'm like, are you that? So every time I go by, I'll be like looking at it. And I'm like, what are you, that much of a waterhead retard? You gotta be like that nosy.
She's crazy, man.
Donna said she could send us a trail cam.
Donna Rock, if you want, you can. She's like, I have a trail cam I can send you, Brian. That'd be sweet.
We would really
that would work.
It would for sure. I'd put it
if I could get my phone to stay.
And that's just like the other day, okay? I'm like, JoJo had called me up because there's stuff going on upstairs.
I'm trying to go to the bathroom. The lights are going on and off on me.
Yeah,
okay?
our lights constantly go on and off like electric volts. We've had the electricity checked.
Going through it. Or...
Yeah, it's paranormal stuff.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I go upstairs with the camera and I'm filming around. And all you see is all these orbs all over upstairs. Just nothing but orbs.
Really?
And they're darting in front of the camera. There's a huge one up there like this big that I got in front of the camera. Pretty creepy stuff.
Have you ever had in your house, I've noticed like out of the corner of my eye, I see it a lot here. What the light flashes, like little specks of light, but you've seen it, but it'll be there, but it's gone. It's like as soon as you want to see what it was, I've noticed that a couple of times. Well, more than a couple. Even when it's, the lights are on, or even if it's daytime, you don't need the lights on. I've noticed a couple out in the kitchen before. I've noticed one as soon as you come up into the hallway as you're going upstairs. There was one in here, and I think that was about it. But it's like you just kind of like see it come, it'll just kind of like fade, and then it'll just, it'll quickly disappear. But I kept thinking, all right, maybe I need glasses, and I'm just getting flashes in my eyes. Because it makes you wonder. You're like, okay, I know I've seen it. Maybe it's just a glitch or something. I'm, like something glaring. But if you go by it again, you trace your steps back, and you don't see it, then I've noticed that. That's why I go, okay.
Oh yeah, like the odd time I'll walk around.
Kelly was just telling me something. What?
It's all right. Like
she was downloading an app and something happened.
No,
she was noticing something over there. She was in the bathroom.
Always when you're on the crapper.
I know it, isn't it? That's where that saying actually comes up with right there. Hey,
scared the shit out of me. Yeah.
Yeah. Good thing you had a plunger.
Yeah, like last night, JoJo did Blacked Out Wednesdays, and there was flashing light behind her on the wall here, like someone taking a camera and flashing it.
Yeah,
like that quick flash off of it. Yeah,
it was caught. It did it like a few times.
Kind of like an old flash bulb, or just like the old flash bulbs used to be.
Ask Ghost. Like for me, it looks like the old school one where it's just a quick like pop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Residual kind of effect.
Yeah, but it happened multiple times, and it would shine on this wall here.
Yeah, multiple times, over and over again. Just that's right on the wall. It was crazy. And like the odd time, if you're looking at the camera, it autofocuses all the time.
Yeah,
like it'll fade, like something came across.
The camera was going like this. It was going like.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like coming at her and then backing away,
like that autofocus was just going nuts. Like it was trying to focus on something that was far or close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it really picked up because Brian put on the geophone and put it on the top steps of our basement.
Yeah, and it was beeping and going off like crazy.
Really?
Yeah. when we go to bed at night, our bedroom, okay, is right above here. The upstairs here.
Okay.
And
I don't know if this
the basement is right around the corner there. We hear stomping steps coming up every single night at 3.
Going up the steps or
Yeah, up our basement steps, like a big heavy stomp coming up the stairs.
you have a dirt floor or is it a cement floor?
Concrete. But there was
Concrete.
a cistern downstairs that they took out and they covered it in, everything else.
Yeah.
But we're thinking demonic because it's like really, really heavy feet. It's like bang, bang up the stairs. And like I hear
Right. Like an evil, or some angry,
Yeah. It's craziness. Like we have so much.
This place, it used to be a dirt floor altogether. But like our side of the house, they actually did a whole new foundation, but like where the neighbor's side is, that's all still dirt. It still has the old dirt. Basically where they would, the water would come in, it would be in like a holding tank that, those concrete kind of like holding tanks that would just hold the water. That's still, it's still on her side. That's still there. But what the weird part is with her side, there's always water that comes out of the ground on that side.
Whereabouts out of the ground?
What's that?
Whereabouts is it coming from?
Where they ended the concrete.
Yeah.
It's probably like probably about a couple feet.
Yeah.
She downloaded Ghost Detector and she went over because the cat was looking over here.
The cat was,
we get
Chrissy, a friend of ours, she was just telling us the cat was staring at something.
And so
she went and Kelly went to look over and see what
with the Ghost Detector app.
Yeah.
And it said it was a boy. His name was Bradley.
Bradley. Well, that app I would check on though. Yeah. There's a lot. I was trying to. It could be an app that just you walk around and might just say something periodically.
Greece.
Yeah.
Yeah. See that's a fake app. Yeah.
That one's fake.
Yeah.
Oh, I was.
What was it called? She downloaded it.
It just said Ghost Detector.
Yeah, that's a fake one.
The ghost tracking apps are garbage.
Yeah.
The one thing that does work, the Steve Huff apps.
The portal and
the portal app, it works.
The portal app.
Yeah, the portal app is a good one for Android.
There's portal app and there's portal app plus.
Mm-hmm.
But the
portal
plus version, the plus version you have to pay for though.
That's not bad.
The free one's just as good as.
The free one is just as good.
Yeah.
Okay.
But they're friggin'
definitely.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna get a spirit box. That's for sure. That's the one thing I definitely want to get.
I'll tell you, I swear by this thing. Since we bought it, I've no problems at all.
Nice.
Now, mind you, when we do turn it on and do spirit box sessions, we get a lot of stuff happening. But
I had the SB7 for almost 10 years before mine finally died.
The SB7.
The same one Brian has.
Same one now, or did you get a different one, Ghost?
Oh no, I actually Mudcon sent me. He sent me the SB11.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's got the SB11,
which
is a bigger box.
That one. Yeah, it's sweet too.
It can actually scan both AM and FM
at the same
time.
Yeah. But see the size difference in that? Like, that's craziness.
Yeah. Well, I mean, being that it's actually scanning, two bands, AM and FM. It's gonna be a lot bigger.
And it's got a thermometer, like a temperature. Like if the temperature changes in the room, it will alert you to a change in temperature in the room. So it's got some different features to it.
Yeah, it's got different There's different.
That way you don't really have to have a whole bunch of stuff with you. At least, you know, if you have a different temp gauge, you know, and then you have your spirit box.
That's kind of what I was going for too. Like if I go out on investigation, I've literally like that desk right there. Well, aside from OG's toys, but
yeah,
along the back, there's IR thermometers, there's temperature gauges, EMF detectors, digital recorders, cameras.
Yeah.
I mean, when you put all that stuff in a box, you got a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Backing around. And then when you start thinking, okay, multiple cameras, multiple tripods, multiple this and that, and, you know, digital recorders, you got multiple digital recorders so you can set them down in different rooms.
Yeah.
Walk away for a little while, see what you get. Plus the spirit boxes, plus your EMF detectors and things like that, you know.
Yeah. See, I mean, that would be portable something to do, like,
you know,
yeah,
multiple portable speakers for different equipment, mini laptops, you know, all that stuff. When you start packing all that stuff around, you know, it's not like just going out to a cemetery with a spirit box and an EMF detector. Then you're
I mean, you're going out there full bore, packed to the gills of what you really need to do for a full investigation.
Yeah.
Ghost, the kitchen is clouding again.
In the corner, look.
Is it? Oh, in that right corner?
Maybe a little bit. Not like it was that night.
I mean, man,
so cloudy that night. You couldn't see what was sitting on top of that cabinet.
You couldn't even see my hand with a damn flashlight.
Right.
Whatever was in that doorway, Doug, the other night.
Yeah.
It blocked out that whole entire area.
It was
right where that black pillar is, or what is that? That's
like a covered pantry. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's got two door handles on it right there.
That whole entire door, we had a candle lit in there on a chair, and you couldn't see the candle.
What?
You could see the candle, but when I took my phone with the flashlight, you couldn't see the light. You couldn't see my hand. Nothing.
And I had her taking pictures with a regular camera, and the flash wouldn't carry through the doorway.
Yeah.
Nope.
It wouldn't penetrate the darkness in the kitchen.
Insane. That is definitely insane.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just move over to the chair. So maybe the lighting would be a little bit better.
Yeah, like
it's good to have a long cord hooked to my phone.
Yeah, it's pretty intense.
But yeah, when you pack all that equipment away to haul to an investigation, you know, you don't take into account the weight of the extra batteries, the weight of the flashlights, the
cameras,
walkie-talkies, you know, cameras.
Oh yeah, it's like basically you almost need like a van for everything that you're going to be packing into it, and then you know the cases that you're carrying.
I mean, you almost need something like I got that tote down underneath there. That's got my DJ equipment in it. I almost need something like that just to carry my ghost hunting equipment in.
Oh man.
Yeah. Like it gets pretty bad.
I mean, it does make you more aware when you have more equipment. I mean, you have more you actually keep an eye on to, but it's something that helps you in the long run, you know, because if you're searching a big area, and the weird thing is, I mean, me and my brothers, we did this like many years ago, and it was a cemetery that was over where my biological mom lived, and 5 of us brothers, you know, and for some reason, I don't know if anybody's ever tried this before or not, but if you have 5 people, you put one in each corner of the direct corners, the real original corners of the cemetery, and you put the one in the dead center of the cemetery, and they always say you hear stuff. My youngest brother, Dustin, booked ass out of the cemetery crying, and he goes, they were saying I was crying, they were picking on me. I'm like, who? And he was like, didn't you hear him? I was like, no, we're the one in the middle. We didn't hear anything.
Wow.
And he just was like spazzing and ran out of the cemetery. I mean, it's something I would like to try again. But I never got a chance to get in the middle.
Yeah.
And Dustin ran off.
I would
do
something like that.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but one of my brothers was like, we got to do this. I found this out, blah, blah. I was like, all right. So young and just want to try something. And that's what we did. But you just see your brother running off. You're just like, what happened? Then he's like, you didn't hear it? I was like,
Yeah.
No. We were in the corners. Remember, Howard said that whoever's in the middle is going to hear it.
Yeah, both the SB7 and the SB11 are really good boxes.
Well, there's a
So-
lot of good boxes out there. I mean,
Oh yeah. Like
And now usually on eBay for price, like the one that you got, Ghost.
yeah.
they're good price.
Oh,
Yeah.
the one that I got, they're about between $125 and $150 for that box.
Yeah.
I was very surprised.
You can pick up the SB7 for like 50, 60 bucks on
Yeah.
eBay.
Yeah, I was gonna say down here in the States, they're going right now, they're going to right about 70 to 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, how's your battery?
I live in upstate New York. The taxes suck.
Hey, Ghost, how's the battery power in the SB11?
It actually takes a 9-volt battery, so it's I haven't had to change the battery
Holds
in
it
it
pretty
yet.
good.
Nice.
Holds it pretty good.
No. Is there somebody in the kitchen? Oh, she's in the kitchen. Oh, I didn't even see my wife go out in the kitchen. I was like, oh, I saw a flash out there in the kitchen. I'm like,
Yeah.
she's out there. Yeah, I saw a flash.
She's not taking a picture.
She's not taking a picture. You didn't take a flash? Okay, that was weird. She wasn't taking a flash, but I saw something out the wall that was right next to the kitchen door, but I saw it off of the pictures. That's why I thought she was taking a flash. You weren't taking a flash? Oh, great.
Amy, what's
It's all
up?
JoJo's fault. Now they're taking pictures here of the ghost star.
Why do I always get blamed?
Hello, everybody. I don't know. You were talking about the flashing camera kind of effect you there.
No, ghost.
What up, Guru?
Oh. Hello, everybody that's here. Sorry, I can't really see anybody writing. I do apologize.
Donna Rock is heading to bed. She's not feeling well.
Oh, Donna Rock, get some rest, sweetheart.
Hope you feel better.
She's got a fever of 103 or 102.
Oh, man. Not good.
No.
She's got the flu right now.
Oh, the flu. I had that temperature when I had double pneumonia. It's not fun.
Standing behind who, Harmony?
I see that guy standing behind you.
There's a guy standing behind you? No, I'm looking.
I don't know. I don't know if it's me or Ghost or you or what it is.
Yeah.
Well, I know the steps are behind me. I mean, I don't know if there's anything behind there, but yeah, that's just the steps back there.
Just screwing with
What?
you guys.
Yeah. She was kidding.
Oh,
Do that.
A lot of orb.
Harmony, there are actually times when you can see somebody.
wow. Hold on. Hold on. How the heck do I get this to go back? All right. Hold on. I don't know if you guys can see this. She just did this out in the kitchen. Watch what goes by. Coming up. Trying to see if it'll go by or not. I got her phone in front of the video, so just trying to see if you could see that one. There was like a good one that went right by her phone.
What was
This
that?
is out
Orb
in the
or,
kitchen.
orb or shadow?
Yeah. No, it was a good orb.
There's more. It's supposed to be a kitchen.
She was it was over by was it by the sink when it came by?
Oh, man.
Over by the kitchen door, she said another one went by.
And I wasn't even adjusting my camera.
She wasn't adjusting her camera or nothing when they were going by. That one right there. There was a good one. Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Shot right by the camera. She was looking at the door.
Yeah.
But it if I get a spirit box, I think what I do first is actually go down in the basement and then work my way up.
Yeah, basement is the best place to start, and then go from there and through the rest.
Yeah. I mean, especially in the old section of the house, of the basement.
Yeah,
like just
I know
over
you
on
want to
that
get into
side.
I know you want to get into like doing the spirit box sections and things like that. Have you done like paranormal, ghost hunts and things like that before?
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. Where we lived over in Waterville, the place we lived at, there was actually uh paranormal investigators that actually came to my place because there was shadows. There were I've actually had a couple friends come over and they said, "Was that your daughter that just went to the bathroom?" I just saw her like out of the corner of the eye. I was like, "Yeah, she's ready to go to the bathroom." She's actually in her bedroom sleeping. There's been shadows that get by the door, all different things that happen in that place. And then we found out that the other, this place was huge. There was another apartment building that was on the property.
yeah,
And a gentleman had hung himself in that one part there. And with the investigators, I think one of them was his sister that was in with the investigation as well. And wasn't it, hold on, was it Tom that heard something about something was in the, remember that little cubby up in it, and it was the guy, the gentleman that hung himself.
yeah,
So it's something that that's where I basically was getting into it with the investigators, because they were doing our place. They have seen, they were taking pictures and everything in the basement, working their way up. Found 2 red orbs that were in the basement. Yeah, I mean, when you see that kind of stuff, it's like, all right, now I started getting into the the feeling of wanting to get into it and actually find out more, because there's more out there than just passing away. Because if there's purgatory, there's a lot out there that we really don't know about, and probably never will,
yeah,
unless we it's all hearsay. Scientists say this, but it's something that is helpful, because if it helps a spirit pass on, or pass to where they're no longer in pain, there's something. If they like, a lot of times they always say, if they kill themselves or something like that, it's they're in this realm or whatever, and they don't pass on or whatever. But it's something that I've wanted to do, but just with everything that's been going on, it's just been really rough.
all right, I'm just trying to see.
What are you trying to see, Brian? What are you trying to see, Brian?
Brian, what you looking at?
I'll show you in a sec.
Why Andrew and his trucking gnomes?
Andrew and the trucking gnomes. What's going on? Welcome.
Hello.
I don't believe they are in purgatory. We are in purgatory.
No, we're in hell.
Yeah, exactly.
Listen, hell's not quite ready for us. We're trapped in between.
Exactly.
Look, if you died and went to hell, how long would it take to realize you wasn't at work anymore?
Yeah.
Just asking.
So this is straight up during the day. Check this out.
Okay,
Watch.
I see what looks like the corner of a room.
Yeah, that's our bedroom.
Yeah.
But the orbs, you can see them with lights on too. They're that bright.
See, it for me, it's got to be a really, really obvious orb.
They are. They're friggin' flying all over the place.
That one that Aniki captured at the prison that time, where it was just one single orb. It was really bright, and there's actually people behind it in the background and everything. That was a great catch. But like,
no, you can't see it. But why did they like it, Brian?
Watch. Right from
the lights getting bright.
Bam.
Oh, I see it. It zips across.
It zips up, and they're like zipping all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, I don't put a lot of credibility into like orbs, especially when there's a lot of them in a photo.
Yeah, man.
That can be like dust.
Yeah, because there's a lot of dust in the location.
Like
but like, if we were sitting here right now, and one single orb comes floating in from the kitchen and hovers over JoJo's head, and then darts out of the room, and it's just the one orb. Yeah, that's not dust. Okay, there's I want to say that the spirits will come through as orbs, because it's a lot easier for them to hide in amongst dust particles and moisture, because those show up as orbs. But it's really it's hard to get a conclusive, like, really good orb photo, because
due to the fact of a lot of dust, and you have to try to pick out which one. It's harder to find it that way.
But I mean, if you get one where it's just one single orb in the picture, and there's nothing else in the air, no other orbs around or anything like that, then there's a possibility that could be paranormal. And a lot of times those orbs will be colored. They'll either be blue.
Yeah, they'll have a pixelated color to them or something.
Yep. Almost like, how people. Oh, it used to be you'd have people that say, I can read your aura, and you could like stare at a person long enough and let your eyes blur, and you would see like this like color around the person, and you could read their aura by the color that was like radiating from the person if you stared at them long enough. And different colors meant different things. And I think that the orb having colors
chakra.
What was that? You was a little robotic.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
The robotic again. Dang thing. Yeah, it's kind of like a chakra kind of deal,
kind of like a chakra or something like that, or like aura. After the passing, their aura would probably stay with them. So, the color of the orb might determine, what kind of mood, or what, whether the spirit is good or bad or otherwise.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's something that doesn't really scare me. The funny thing was, I did a video, I don't know how long ago, I think it was last year. I had my brother with me, and he's always scared of things. And I'm like, oh, come on, you're going to go to the cemetery with me. You'll be fine. You got me. And, he didn't really go too far away from me, but it was, it was a cool time. And really just to sit down and, look at the stones, try to see, because looking at the history of dates on them, because that's what I was looking at for, like, some of the stones I've seen down there that was in a condition that you can actually read them. That's why I saw there was a sergeant and a lieutenant, and they're both from the Civil War, and their stones are about whooped, and there's already trees already growing in front of it. I mean, it does kind of probably bother them really bad. It's many that you can actually see down there, because I was trying to find a video where I have I took my drone over top of the cemetery, and it was kind of like during the fall, or I think it was actually beginning of spring, and so you could see it a little bit clearer, but I don't know where it went to. I know I got it someplace, and
I can't wait to get my drone going. There's so many places I want to fly over with the drone, but I can't wait. Okay, so they have technology. It's called LiDAR, and it's a laser mapping type thing. It
Yeah,
literally
LiDAR comes in really handy when they're looking for ancient
like
civilization
ruins and stuff like that. Yeah,
yeah,
you can take a video of the landscape from a drone with LiDAR, and then strip away the vegetation right down to the dirt, and you can see the outlines of where buildings were and things like that. And I think as the technology with the LiDAR gets more advanced, we'll be able to get LiDAR as a feature in a regular camera at some point.
Oh yeah. On a drone itself, I mean, you can do it right off. I know they use like
do it off of drones now, but you have to have the really expensive high-end drones and carry some weight to it. But as the technology, gets better with the LiDAR and the things get smaller and smaller, you'll be able to actually have a LiDAR unit that doesn't weigh anything and strap it to a regular, Pirate Bebop 2 or something like that, and fly it over, and to take a look at like your property, to fly it over and get that LiDAR visual of the property and see where foundations were that maybe you haven't noticed being on the property. All of a sudden you have a visual, and then you can go and kind of explore those areas for artifacts and things like that. Maybe
when like doing metal detecting or whatever, I mean, if you have property that has lots of wooded sections and you can't get through it, or you can't go because it's a really steep, incline or whatever, those would be the places to really check and see if there is anything in there. Because a lot of times once you can eliminate the trees and everything from that LiDAR, you're basically ground level. You're looking at possibilities of endless possibilities that could be in your property.
Especially in the hills and things like that, you're going to find retaining walls. You're going to find foundations. You may end up finding a couple old stills back in the woods or something. You
never know. Maybe they can finally use LiDAR to find where Bigfoot is.
Makes you wonder. Hopefully, eventually.
Yeah, no, he's hiding out in Area 51.
And they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's not a myth."
Oh yeah. But yeah, more and more technology comes available to us, and it comes out quicker than you could blink an eye at. And I think it'll help in the long run.
I mean, now we have the FLIR technology that is so small that we can send FLIR cameras up on a drone, and fairly inexpensive. You're talking $400 or $500 still for a good FLIR setup.
Good FLIR one, yeah.
But as the technology comes more available and other companies start making this technology, the price is it's gonna drive the price back down to where at some point, it's going to be affordable for the small YouTuber to be able to go out and spend $100 on a FLIR camera. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm like looking forward to,
Yeah. Cause it's like, they'll do that for like 2 years, 3 years. And then, when they get that profitability in, then they'll start, okay, let's drop this down. We have another product coming out. Let's take this, camera and let's bring it down to a reasonable price that everybody can, afford, or, it'll help, but you have to have that patience of waiting before.
Yeah. I think right now you can get them for about $400 and they plug into the bottom of your phone.
Yeah.
And it's real thermal imaging camera.
Nice.
Now there's apps for thermal imaging that you can get for your phone, but it's not real thermal imaging. It's just playing with the camera settings and things like that but thermal imaging is like sensing heat signatures.
Yeah, basically what they use for a lot of them when they come in to change your windows out, or the guys with a furnace, you'd be like, oh yeah, let's check out, see where you got like such and such, cold areas and this, that, and the other thing. I mean, those are pretty much
the first place I ever played with a thermal imaging camera was when I was with the fire department. We had one for determining. You could actually use the thermal imaging camera that we had to determine where the hot spots were in the fire after it was out.
Yep.
And that gave you a telltale sign of where
the hot spots are and stuff. Started. Yeah. Oh.
And we'd also use it in like search and rescue type situations after dark.
Yeah.
Hey, so Ghost, look, there's an orb right there.
Mm-hmm.
I paused it in the video.
Yeah, over. It's like just off to the right a little bit of where the corner is.
Yeah, but Frig, like they're flying up like this. They're coming. There's one that comes down and then back up like this and flies through.
Right. You're so behind.
Crazy.
It makes you wonder, that's for sure. But like, you know, like Ghost was saying, a lot of times it's really, really hard to depict, you know, with the dust and everything.
I don't really get excited over the orb pictures. I want to see the full body apparition. I want to see like the lady in white standing in this doorway going, "Hey, I'm a ghost. I'm here. See ya."
Yeah.
You know, I want to see that one. That's the one I want to see.
Yeah, if I see something like that and you hear her say, "Can I stay?" I'd be like, "Well, you gonna help out cleaning?"
Ghost, did someone scream in your house?
Not recently.
There was a scream. I swear to God, it came from our basement.
Probably did come from your basement. Didn't come from here. There was some screaming going on earlier. Then I muted and shut off my camera and went off on them and then came back. Everybody got quiet real
quick. Somebody put their foot down, I'm guessing.
The cat is sleeping right behind your ass.
Don't break wind, Brian.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was really it was an honor to actually be on here with you guys tonight, because I know that we were talking a lot back and forth with JoJo and Brian, and you know, like I gave them the pictures that I had taken.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, to get it, you know, it's something I was always trying to figure out, you know, could have been this, could have been that, you know, and it just makes you wonder, you know, like, okay, maybe it's just glaring or her moving. She didn't really move when I took the two pictures, because, you know, she was doing something up here, you know, she had her hands up, you know, and so I went over here, like take a picture there and then take a picture there, you know. But it was probably like a month and a half after I did those pictures that I actually noticed that arm kind of deal, because I was like, wait, her elbow is bent. What the heck is that? You know?
Right.
Oh, and I would focus in, you know, I'd look at the shirt that was, you know, next to her arm, and then I was looking at the pants. I was looking at the way this was, because it was lower by not much, but it was lower on her t-shirt compared to where my daughter's t-shirt was, and like where her arm was and stuff. I was like,
I had a camera that I could make it glitch like that. I had a camera that I could make it glitch like that. I started playing around and taking pictures with it and purposely making it glitch out.
Oh, yeah.
And you're gonna love this. That's a picture of my oldest daughter throwing a rock at herself.
Nice. That came out wicked.
Yeah. She's throwing a rock at the back of her own head. They're not twins. That's the same person. And that's my wife standing there in the shot. That's Lady Swan. There's no Lady Swan, but there's two of the daughter.
That's cool on how that camera actually did that.
Yeah.
See, the only thing I took a picture with was with this phone, which is I only until I get an upgrade. I've got the LG Stylo 3, and that's what I took the picture with, was with this phone, and it, you know, I never figured out how to glitch a camera or anything like that, but it was just weird how they come out.
Oh, it is. What up, Danny?
I've got one now with the Fuji. I think it's a Fuji camera.
Yeah, you've got a Fuji, I think. Yeah.
No, Nikon. With the Nikons.
Oh, a Nikon.
With the Nikon cameras, they actually send you software where you can do panoramic shots, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You take a photo and then you move it, line it up in the monitor, and then take the second shot and then move it a little bit. And then the software will actually sew the frames together, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So I actually have a couple pictures that I played around with that. And I had all the kids get together and grab like machetes and, grill lids as shields and things like that. I said, okay, everybody line up so I can see you in the shot. And I took their picture. And then I said, all right, everybody switch places, go over on this side of the yard and face the other direction.
Yeah.
And then I moved the camera to where it's on them on the other side of the yard and snapped a picture. And then I took
cool.
pictures and I seamed them together. And I have the kids, looks like they're going to battle with each other. And there's like it's the same kids on both sides of the picture facing off against one another.
They're battling themselves.
Yeah, battling themselves.
Yeah.
It was really cool picture. But that was using software to frame or sew the frames together to make one panoramic view.
Yeah, they're freaking cool.
I hate my phone.
Logo?
What's that?
Was that one cheap or was that one brand new?
This camera? I've had this camera for I got this for the last time I was in this was last time I was in college.
I did it well.
So it's probably 9-10 years old.
Wow.
9 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've been together 9 years, and I had it when Heather moved in with me. So
yeah, they're friggin' nice
Probably 10
cameras
years.
though.
It's HD movie quality.
The light that I have would get onto that camera.
12.1 megapixel.
Yeah.
So it's a little out of date. I think, new camera, but I mean, it still takes good.
Pictures. Not too bad, just a little bit.
Takes good pictures.
It still does good footage, right?
Yeah. It's just the format that it puts the footage out is kind of obsolete when I need to get a newer camera that does like the MP4 format on the footage, because this is the old school like wave.
Yeah, because that one's like basically the software is almost like outdated or
it's real outdated. Yeah.
really outdated. Windows Vista.
Right? That's Windows Vista software.
That probably is from Windows XP or Vista.
Yeah,
it could be Vista. I know the one JoJo just got is a really nice camera too.
It's older, but it's not.
I need to update my camera.
It's an older camera, but it's so is it nice.
It was a great
Nice.
camera. I can't
what is the one that you've got?
It works just fine. No scratches on the lens or anything like that. But it's the software for it is kind of obsolete.
I know.
The wife got one. Kelly got one. She's going up to get. It's a real nice one. I'm not sure what the name of it is. That's why I was like, what kind of camera did you get again? I mean, she's done a couple shots with it, but I'm thinking that's the one her brother gave her. I'm not sure because
that's the
I
one.
almost want to say it's a Nikon.
That's the one thing that it really hasn't changed much in price with the technology, because every year they come out with a new one that has more megapixels and this and that.
Yeah.
But like the GoPros, remember when the GoPros first came out, you could get them for $50. Now you go out and buy a brand new GoPro, you're looking at spending almost $500 on a brand new.
Okay.
Exactly, man.
4K ultra high definition video, ridiculous.
I went to a consignment shop last week, brand new. They had what is this? A protocol drone in the box, these little ones, the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. And right next to it was a GoPro Hero 4.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, oh, it's brand new from Amazon. She's like, somebody dropped it off, and she's like, I'll take 60 for it. And I was like, if I had $60, I'd take it right now. I mean, it came with the box that was sitting next to it, had all the attachments.
Yeah, this is the one JoJo just got, the Canon Power Shot.
Yeah, that's the.
How are they? Pretty good?
The Rebels.
Oh yeah, it's really good. It's a Rebel, like one of the first Rebels they ever made, and like the video and everything's so freaking clear on it. It's freaking amazing.
This is the one that the wife's got. It's the Fuji film. Yeah, it's the.
Yeah, see, I'm a big Fuji and Nikon fan myself.
I like the Fujis too.
But that one is right there. I don't know if you can read it or not with the glare, but that's the one that she has. Nice one.
Oh,
I mean, it's not bad. It's a really nice camera.
She has a fine pick.
Yeah, fine picks. S1000 FD.
Yeah, they're good cameras too.
Well, this one's only it's only 10 megapixels on this one.
Yeah,
a lot of good functions to it, but it's a nice camera.
Megapixel? I figured that one was newer.
Yeah,
this one's 12.1. Well, maybe this one isn't quite obsolete yet. I don't know.
how many megapixels are
yeah, I know. Being that one's 10, I was like, wow, I thought it'd be more, but is that the one your brother gave you?
This is an 8.0.
Oh, your uncle, yeah, that was
Mega.
years ago.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, hers is a few years old too, so that's probably why.
70.
Yeah, this one's an
Cold
8.0.
down here.
Amazing freaking camera, man.
Oh, I imagine. Yeah, we've been having like a monsoon up here. No snow, but a monsoon from, oh man, we were getting hammered by rain for the past 2 days with gusting winds, like unbelievable.
Yeah, we had all the winds today. It was crazy.
I ended up having a flat tire, and I was like, this thing has one of those wind down spares, and I know it's gonna break, so it ain't gonna work. So I was like, hell with it. I'm driving it home. So I was like,
You got Chevy?
No, it's a Ford Escape, and that's why they call it Escape, because you cannot escape from my heart.
Nice, man.
Yeah, but I hate to run. I'm looking at my phone and it's like down to 15%, and I'm like, oh man, she's going. I got it on charge, but it's just dropping for some reason.
I think we're probably going to start wrapping it up anyway. So, guys, if you don't know Doug Paulson, he has a YouTube channel. Tell us a little bit about your channel while you still got some battery left.
Basically with my channel, I do some reviews with items, major wheel collector. I've got over like 4,746 now. I mean, I'm still going strong with Hot Wheels, and I've got more coming, plus still doing reviews here and there, but basically making people laugh. That's one of my main things I love to do.
Nice.
But
you got anything coming up? You got anything you want to plug? Coming
up? I'm probably going to do a video of the house that I'm working on. Do a video of how it's turning out, because I mean, a lot of the painting I've been doing down there, before he does, before it's up on the market, to show how old this place really is with the way the hardwood flooring is on this place. It's beautiful. And just so that way, I mean, I'm not having a problem working on this place. $15 an hour to paint. He's like, I'll give you $15 an hour to paint. I said, right there.
Right.
So it's not, I mean, yeah, it is hard. I mean, there's a lot to paint when you come up to an old house, it's been painted over a lot. You can tell in a lot of areas where you have to do some scraping, and it's time consuming, especially with radiators. The old radiators are in this place.
Oh, you almost
but you have to get this paint.
So that's Doug's link that I just dropped.
Yeah.
Yes, guys. If you don't know,
thank you guys for if you want to check that out.
His channel, hit that bar, ding that bell, drop a like on one of his videos, and leave him a comment so he can get back with you. And check him out. And Brian, you got anything coming up?
Definitely.
Next few days?
Well, we're looking at maybe during the week next week, dropping some paranormal vids. We're getting a bunch of locations to drop down on, so make sure you guys are looking out for those. We're still editing a bunch of the other stuff that we've done.
And Sunday on Brian's Paranormal, you can catch him over there doing around somewhere between 8 and 9.
Yep.
It's usually
Okay.
9.
What's it called?
YouTube's Got Talent.
Got Talent. That's right. YouTube's Got Talent. Be
Oh,
over there
nice.
singing some karaoke for y'all. You can put in song requests, or you can get up there on the panel with him and sing.
Oh yeah.
It's-
Whoever wants to get up and sing and that, we're cool with. You know.
All right, now, Brian, you're gonna have to. I'll make a request. You have to do the Russian anthem.
The Russian anthem. Yeah, that wouldn't happen, Doug.
Darn.
Look, I get in there and I'll send him song requests. I'll be like, Brian, sing "You Ain't Woman Enough to Take My Man," or
Yeah. Or Shania Twain.
Brian, sing "I Touch Myself." He never takes my requests. I don't know why. Brian, sing "Good as I Was to You."
Yeah. Yeah. It's friggin' awesome, man.
But it's fun. But yeah, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up a little bit early tonight. Yeah, I know Doug's battery's dying and
Oh yeah.
all that. And
Yeah, it's the only downside part of this phone. The battery dies quick, even when you're charging it. But thank you guys so much. I appreciate you, Ghost and Brian, for letting me come on here tonight. On here,
No problem,
see,
man.
there's no guy. It's right there. It's already kicking in. We're great. But love everybody who actually showed up tonight to watch your guys' show.
Awesome. And guys, don't forget Sunday. Well, okay, we started out Thursday. Okay, tomorrow's Friday. So tomorrow night is What the Fuck Friday over on Lady Swan's channel with Lady Swan and JoJo Walker. Saturday's our day off. We just take the day off. That's a we got to have a day of decompression from YouTube. Everybody goes through it. But
Don't bug us.
I thought every day was a what the fuck day. I thought every day was a what the fuck day. It feels like that when I wake up.
Sunday we'll be doing the hashtag scariest catch. It will be on Lou Rock's channel on Sunday. So if you guys aren't subscribed to Lou Rock, get over there and hit his bar, ding his bell, leave a comment, and he'll get back with you. And, Monday, Lou has a show that he does called E.V.P.S and stuff on his own on his channel. Tuesday, we do Question Everything. It's on my channel. It's all about conspiracy theories, things like that. Wednesday, we do a show on JoJo's channel called Whacked Out Wednesday. And last night, it got a little whacked out. We was talking about Halloween stuff. I think that's pretty much the theme for the whole month. And it kind of weird Halloween ghost story type stuff over there on Whacked Out Wednesdays. So you definitely want to be subscribed to JoJo Walker Unplugged. And, Thursday, we'll be back over on Brian's channel for E.V.P.S, Every Voice Paranormal Stories. And hopefully we'll have another guest here next week. And we are coming down to the wire at Halloween night. It will be our last episode of the season. And we'll be shutting down the show until after January. And when we come back in January, we're going to revamp the show a little bit. We're going to add some stuff to it and hopefully make it that much better. So, guys, we're going to say good night. Thank everybody for coming.
Good night, everybody.
All the mods out there. Sharpshooter, the mod god, is dropping all those links out there. PayPal, Teespring. Definitely make sure that you're checking out mine and Brian's merches over at our Teespring store. Some really cool shirts and stuff over there. And Doug, do you have merch too, or?
I definitely got to get. I was looking at something different than on my old one, so I'm gonna have to definitely get something different because I gotta have my hat turned sideways, have that like weird look or something. How you doing? One of them things.
All right. Well, definitely be watching Doug's for his merch and stuff. And if you guys aren't already a member of the Nation's 13 family on Facebook, get over there, join the family. There's over, what are we, over 300 people over there in the family now, right?
No, we're at 281.
281.
281. So we're right about the 300 number. So if you guys aren't already a member of the Nation's 13 family, get over there to the Facebook and join up with the Nation's 13 family. And that being said, we're going to say goodnight. Thank you guys all for coming out tonight. And we love you.
Love everybody.
Much love, everybody.
And Don't forget to buy stock in dog ham.
Yeah. Buy a crate of dog ham.
Just don't eat it.